Hey folks, how's it going? Welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. Nice day here, played a little golf this morning. Not overly well, but hey, you know. What was it Mark Twain? I think it was Mark Twain said, golf is a good walk spoiled. But it wasn't for me. I enjoyed it. I don't really worry about keeping score that much. And I got 16,000 steps in, so that's, helps with the road to 195. Anyhow, to boxing, or to boxing personalities, I suppose. I saw something on, it must have been on X, I think, and it shows a little bit of a spat between wee Billy Nelson and the Matchrooms snake Eddie Hearn. They've got an interesting relationship. They apparently speak highly of each other. I've heard, in fact, Billy Nelson fairly recently say that him and Eddie Hearn get along, but they always seem to sort of be able to dig at each other. And this falls into that bucket of not strictly speaking boxing talk, but boxing politics, and it might speak to possibly fighters moving around a little bit, which is why I kind of report out on this. And it's also amusing in a somewhat childish way. But hey, whatever, right? Anyhow, Billy Nelson, this is in connection with Chris Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, etc. He posted, "How on earth can the promoter who has a duty of care for the boxers expect Eubank to drop more weight?" Now, you will remember that Eddie Hearn said that the next fight that Eubank Jr. and Ben have, Eubank Jr. should drop down to 158, which is ridiculous. I mean, Eubank Jr. can barely make 160 without making himself ill. Getting him to drop to 158 could be, well, not to sort of, over-polish the apple, it could be really, really deleterious to his health. And I don't think anybody would want to see that happen, to be honest. Anyhow, Billy Nelson goes on to say, so wrong. By whatever means you gain an advantage. Just get your boxer to fight at his proper weight. I'm assuming that means that he being Eddie Hearn, should get Conor Benn to campaign at 147 or possibly 154. I've always said that 154 is it's a little bit of a harder row for him to hoe, though I'm not sure if 147 is Conor Benn's right weight either. Like, he seems to be, I mean, he could, to be perfectly honest, compete at a middleweight. Like, what did he weigh for the last fight? 156? So, anyhow. Well, Eddie Hearn responded, "Billy, I shouldn't even reply." Well, that's usually, when somebody says that, something's going to be good, right? "But you literally flew a 22-stone, out-of-shape world title challenger from the Congo to Saudi Arabia in jeans and an airplane seat he couldn't fit in for a flight on 24 hours notice to get brutally KO'd so you could make some commission. Now toodle poo and off you go." That's pretty brutal. It's not factually inaccurate though. 22 stone, 280, 294. Yeah, the math is right as well. In jeans and an airplane seat he couldn't fit in. I'm not sure if that's in jeans and in an airplane seat he couldn't fit in, as though wearing pants would have been better. Or does he mean in jeans he couldn't fit in and an airplane seat he couldn't fit in? I'm not trying to be the grammar police about this, but it is somewhat open to interpretation. I believe the jeans were highly ripped as well. So if we want to be, some sort of fashionista, we could sort of, pick holes, terrible pun, at his lack of sartorial elegance, but we won't. For a fight on 24 hours notice to get brutally KO'd so you could make some commission. Not an entirely inaccurate statement. He could have said so that Martin Bakole could get the biggest payday of his life, then appear next time all dressed in Gucci and almost equally as fat. But he didn't. He said so you could make some commission. So that's quite stinging. And I can just see Hearn saying it as well, you know. So anyhow, what does this mean? Billy Nelson has previously said that people have been trying to take Martin Bakole off him. Should anything be read into this? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Eddie Hearn, quite frankly, would want Martin Bakole. Personally, I'd rather have Martin Bakole stay with me for a day than a week. I don't think I could afford the upkeep. But I'm not sure if anything is meant by this or if it's just one of these sort of vaguely asinine digs. On the subject of digs, I must say that Darth Warren, who isn't somebody who I would sort of naturally equate with being a stand-up comedian, did say something funny in an interview the other day. He said, if Martin Bakole catches you, you should be arrested for loitering. Ha, ha, ha. It was quite funny. I thought it was funny anyhow, but, you know, whatever. Okay, there we go. That's all the silly nonsense I've got for the moment. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and I will talk to you on the next video. Wherever you are, have a fabulous day. Thank you very much.